Hello, you guys. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all doing good. We're not gonna be on that long tonight. Just a whippersnapper, as they say. A whippersnapper. Okay, notifications going out. Hey, the Black Barbie. How you doing? How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Miss Nelly. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all, listen, it rained all day. And now the rain want to stop. Since I'm at home, I want some rain. I like it when it rains. But of course, I like to be at home when it rains. When it was raining earlier, I was not at home. I was at work. How how was my date? I wouldn't call it a date. I mean, it was cool. I wouldn't call it a date. Just two old friends that met for stop. We used to stop it. We used to date. Rule of thumb. One of the rules I got is that I usually don't go back and move. I usually don't go back and date guys that I've dated before. I just kind of leave them, leave them where they at. But he's a cool guy, though. He is. He's cool. We've been apart long enough for me not to be mad at him anymore. So he just kind of stay on. He kind of stay on my good side. And he know I used to love to do coffee dates all the time. And we dated for several years. He probably on here, child. I ain't trying to date him no more though. Well, we can go have coffee though. Y'all hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the like button, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And I just want to talk a little bit about Cassie. You know, people are saying that she's not innocent. I said the New Orleans governor. I meant to say the Louisiana. I'm gonna change that. The governor is over the whole state of Louisiana, right? Um, Louisiana's governor basically condemned, or he said he had words to say about some of those workers, because he feels like, they're all feeling like at this point that there was some help involved in those inmates getting out, and I believe it. Miss Nell said, okay, Miss T, don't let him put too much and sugar cream and sugar that coffee, okay? Because he always had a real laid back personality. I done got over him. It was hard for me to walk away from him when we was going together. I'm over him now though. Because he had that real laid back personality where he was just so chill, and he just always just real sneaky and calm and all of that. But we hadn't been together in about 2 years. So Aaron says, enjoyed the video with your dad. He had a gentle soul. Yes, he did. My dad has such a gentle soul. He has such a gentle soul. Rest in peace to my dad. I was over at my studio. My clients came in tonight and recorded their show. Wow, Tam, never knew you felt that way about me. I'm talking about my dad. Oh no, I'm talking about my dad having a gentle soul. That was one of the, that's one of the reasons why, like, I said that I was going to start. I'm in the process of moving right now. I'm in the process of moving. And so, I've been taking out so much stuff. I've been throwing a lot of stuff away too. And I think I've let some mosquitoes up in here. And so, anyways, that's one of the, once I get settled, I'm going to start, once I get settled, I'm going to start, like, doing some cooking shows. That's one of the reasons why I'm very serious about, sugar-free food, just showing a lot of the sugar-free stuff that I buy. I am not a diabetic, but I am pre-diabetic. My dad, that was a year before my dad passed. I remember that year. It was in January. No, it was in November. It was in November. Yeah, it was in November. I said January of 2022. It was in November of 2022. Or was it 2021? I thought I had it labeled as 2022. No, that was November of 2021. I need to change that. So it was like a year and some change. Because, okay, so that was November of 2021 that we did that video. And then he got really, really sick in June. Yeah. He had like a light stroke. He had a light stroke, complications from diabetes, and he went to the hospital, and he actually was going to recover, right? And so then my dad thought, he got up that night, the security on the hospital bed, the bed was broken. And he thought that he thought that he could walk. He thought he was okay, but he really needed help. And he got up out of the bed was broken, so the alarm didn't go off, the hospital bed, and he fell backwards and hit his head on the table and went into a coma. And he never recovered. That's what happened. So, I think I'm better now, because it was real hard for me to give my dad up. It really was. I was angry and stuff. I was talking to some of my dad's business partners today, and they was like, we see that you're doing a lot better. I have a lot of my energy back. Like, I'm motivated to start working out and losing my weight and stuff again, because I was so mad at a lot of stuff. I was mad at the way my stepmama did stuff, because of her jealousy of me and my dad's relationship. I was angry at her and my half sisters, and I was angry at I was angry at the way that things happened as it relates to my dad. So I just had a lot of that stuff I've started releasing. Like I have to pray. I gotta pray for my stepmother. It's not good. You've been married to a man. I as long as I can remember, my dad was married to that lady because my dad and my mom were high school sweethearts. Okay, so they were teen parents. And then it didn't work out, as it's oftentimes it don't. But our families, my mom and my dad's family, lived two doors down from each other. So I mean, it was just, they've always had a good relationship. And so um I always thought that my stepmother liked me. Okay. It wasn't until, I guess, she would have liked me more if I wasn't so much like my dad. My dad and I had a close relationship. I guess her jealousy kind of rose up because her daughters are different. I'm more vocal. I'm not like my mother. I'm more like my dad and my grandmother. So I mean, I've always been very outspoken since I was a little girl because my grandmother told me to be. And her daughters she raised her daughters differently. Well, whereas he said ever since I was a little girl, he was like, that personality that he was like, when you was a little girl, I knew that personality that you had needs to be on display or something like that. So I don't know. Jealousy is something else. This lady has allowed her jealousy to, she started having strokes. That lady was so jealous of me and my dad, she started having health problems because of my dad and our business relationships. So it's weird. So I just had a lot of anger because when he died, I think she felt like this is my time to put her in her place. Rick showed her all of this favoritism, and I don't think that that's true. My dad was the type of person, he dealt with all of his daughters differently because we all have different personalities. I never even thought that I was my dad's favorite because we clashed all of the time, but we worked together and did business together because we had the same interests. So that made him invest in me more. So hey, she just did a lot of stuff, and she can't understand that her and my half sisters are going to have to pay for that. Now, she had the nerve to bring up you hiding stuff. Lady, if you ever think you're going to get up in my studio and take anything my daddy gave me, you out of your damn mind, lady. I had to fight these folks for the money my dad left us and everything. Like, so I just had a lot of anger. I was just mad because I couldn't believe a lady who's supposed to be saved and sanctified and an evangelist. She had all these people in her ear, just guiding her wrong. A lot of them have died. She don't understand. You have to reap what you sow. And if my sisters ain't care, my half sisters, I out of everybody, I'm really shocked because me and these girls grew up together. It's not like my dad had us separated. I was with them every summer. So, I mean, I just had a lot of stuff going on. And then I had Countdown John and all these damn fools on here, Onan, and all of them coming at me, right? Because of their mental illnesses. Okay. But every dog got a day. Every dog got a day on here. Okay. Every dog got a day, and a lot of them got 2 or 3. Because they rabbit hole go pretty deep. So Positive Vibe says when a person passes away, that's when people that's when they show their true colors. That lady totally changed. My dad bought a museum. Remember, I was telling y'all, I was like, my dad bought a building in downtown Memphis, and he had renovated it. He had totally renovated it. They was so mad at a black man buying a building like that in downtown Memphis and renovating it, because buildings like that are not even supposed to be for black people, right? So my dad went ahead and retired because of his health, and he was like, this is my legacy. You all are my legacy. And it's funny because my dad said, I'll never forget, he said, I'm gonna be around for about 3 more years. And then he said, after about 3 more years, I'll probably be off of the scene. God knows I didn't know he was talking about he was going to die. He said, I'm probably going to be off of the scene. But this right here, this museum, this African-American Women's Museum, is my legacy for you all to carry on. That lady did some illegal stuff. I didn't even try to fight her for that. She did some illegal stuff as it relates to that museum. And she said, your daddy said he want me to give my daughters a banquet hall. Just lying. Just totally evil. Just got that gutter rat mentality. And my half sisters was right along with her with her damn son-in-laws that's supposed to be ministers. I hope they don't croak out while they preaching, because they really playing with God. Okay, so I just had a lot of anger. I didn't know how deep that jealousy ran as it relates to them. So I had to work through a whole lot of stuff. And so once I started to release that, I just kind of started releasing that and giving it over to God. Okay, things really started to turn around and work out. I've gotten my motivation back. I stay calmer now. As it relates to YouTube, YouTube don't pay me a damn thing. I had to reach out to YouTube the other day. Somebody trying to change somebody was trying to hack into change the payments. Now the YouTube check don't even be none. It ain't nobody, but it's these same damn YouTubers that's been terrorizing YouTube. Is one damn sector, and it's about 2 or 3 people that's gonna bring down a whole fucking sector. The rest of them are just scammers, but they scam elsewhere. The ones that have obsessive personalities in that sector is getting ready to bring that whole sector down. That whole sector is gonna be like Backpage. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm telling you. What you mean? It's 2 sides to a coin. Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. It is 2 sides to a coin. Because let me tell you something. She was always very quiet, and when my dad was around, she would. How a girl that has been around since I've been around this lady since I was a baby. Y'all, they changed his and let me just say this, because I'm gonna start having lawyers on my TV show. Probate lawyers. Let me tell you what they did. One of my half sisters was like, they got my dad's will, and my dad had an account with a few $100,000 in it that he had for us, and he wanted it to be split 5 ways, right? Yeah, I got to tell it. Listen, always make sure. See somebody calling me, so I won't tell it. My mama might even be on here. Girl, I told you that. Hello? Hey, nothing much. I'm just on my vlog.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was out here just walking around. Getting a little walk on.
Is it dark out there?
Yeah. But like right now, I'm on my street. What happened on my street?
Well, that's true.
It's just like a track. Sometimes, if I'm trying to get a certain amount of steps in a day, I come out here at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Well, they're not gonna mess with you anyway. They know you the police. Yeah, it's super quiet. It is. It's still a lot of older people over there, isn't it?
The only time we have anything happen is like somebody moves over and then they have a friend come over.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't take long for them to start telling people they bothers to get out.
Well, that's a blessing. Well, listen, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I'm gonna call you when I get off. Okay. Okay, y'all. Got some mosquito up in my house. Yeah, it wasn't meant for me to talk about that. I'm glad he called to cut me off because I've been healing and getting away from that. But let me just say this, okay? Always when there's a will written out, you have family members like my dad had a will written out. Make sure you all get copies of it. And I know, like with men, oftentimes they really trust their wives. It is best to let a lawyer be the executor of the will because this is what they did. They started so my dad had that account and he was like it was to be split 5 ways amongst all of us, right? So and his wife had my dad had just got $1 million. I mean his wife got, I mean, how greedy can you be? And so then so what they did was when my dad had the stroke, he got sick. He started just going down he went into a coma. Then he started having strokes after he hit his head and stuff. And so anyways, my half sister called me. I guess they figured I was gonna be the problem, right? So she called me. She said, we can't pay for we gotta, in order for us to be able to pay for daddy's medicine, we need to get into his accounts. I said, he didn't have his wife name on nothing, on none of those accounts, right? So we were his heirs, so we all had to agree to it. So I was like, okay. I mean, she was like, well, he gotta, anything for my dad. I was like, well, if y'all having a hard time, me and my other sister, we can help. We can help you with the medicine. Don't, call me. I'm willing to give. I mean, my dad. They said they were sure. So one of my aunties said, and I really wish I had listened to my auntie. She said, remember now, your dad has really good insurance. So your dad wouldn't be having no trouble with getting no medicine or anything like that. And I said, well, they're going to have to get conservatorship. His wife had gotten sick, so they wouldn't give her conservatorship because she was sick from having strokes, from being mad about him going in business with me. Okay. So she told her daughter, you get conservatorship. And so my auntie said, for the playing field, and I wish I had listened to her. She said, for the playing field to be even though those are her children, those are your sisters, I think y'all should have joint conservatorship. They call me Chrissy. She said, you and your sister. She said, therefore, they can do nothing since you are the outside child, because I'm the oldest. Me and one of my other sisters, they can do nothing without y'all knowing about it. So I was like, well, my dad got a will. They're not gonna be able to do anything, right? Well, what I didn't know at the time is that what they was doing, they was getting conservatorship. When they get conservatorship, they put their mom's name on all of his accounts. And when they put her name on all of his accounts, the money, that $350,000 that he had in that account for us to divide amongst us, 5 ways, they put their mama's name on it, and we had to fight her. That's what they did. Now, lady, my dad got $800 and something thousand from the city when I hope they looking at this. How greedy can you be? You got all of it. And money that he put into his account for his children, you feel like your 3 daughters supposed to get it and not his other daughters? Although all of our names was on the will. So I said that to say this, you guys, because I mean, that lady, I think that lady she'd rather croak. She has, and she is going to, because she looked like it's going to be any day now. Okay. That lady had held. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? I would appreciate that a lot too.
Governor, welcome to you. I know we're welcoming you from the White House as you are joining the president for some events there today. First up, are you going to find all these guys?
Oh, yeah, we are going to find them. First, I want to thank the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, ATF, the Louisiana State Police, Troop NOLA, NOPD. We have got hundreds of law enforcement agents that are working 24/7 around the clock hunting these folks down. We were able to grab 3 of them right close within the first 24 hours after the jailbreak. Of course, you got to remember, Sandra, we didn't know that they had left the jail, that they had walked out of the front door for about 10 hours. We didn't get that report from the sheriff. And so those inmates had about a 10-hour lead on law enforcement, but our folks are doing a great job, and we're going to hunt them down. I mean, and of course, you got to, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Governor, from the looks of it, you can tell us, it doesn't look like this was a sophisticated, jailbreak. I mean, they're even bragging about how easy it was to get out of there. How did this happen?
Well, look, I think if you look at the criminal justice system as a whole in New Orleans, you will see the problem. Several years ago, George Soros came over to New Orleans like Santa Claus and unpacked the district attorney, 6 judges, and a sheriff. And this is what progressive criminal justice system looks like, Sandra. This is what happens when those people promise that to keep criminals out of jail. Sadly, you get 10 of the most dangerous inmates that are in jail in Louisiana, they get to escape.
All right. So this is former FBI agent Bobby Chacon on he's suggesting on what the inmates may have had and what sort of help they may have had. Governor, listen here.
They probably had help on the inside and the outside. So, now they had help on the inside getting out, and now they have at the jail, both by specific individuals and the system as a whole.
Okay, so if it turns out that this was sort of some inside job, how will those who helped them escape be held accountable?
Oh, they will. They're going to go to jail as well. Look, we have put a $20,000 bounty on each one of the 7 that are still at large. That's very important, and that's what's working with this. The Attorney General is going to conduct a very thorough investigation of what happened. I'm sure that once that investigation is complete, she will release it. You'll have plenty of things to talk about then. But not only those people who may have aided and abetted them to get out, but those who continue to aid and abet them. If we find that you have aided and abetted these fugitives, you're going to jail as well.
Well, we know their records. We know they're bad guys. We've got them up on the screen. We know they're probably tired, probably hungry, probably pretty desperate right now. Governor, you have a tip line up. You're asking for any tip lines to come in. We know that one of the first guys caught in the hours we learned about this jailbreak was caught right there in a parking garage at a hotel in New Orleans, hiding under a car. But a lot of time has passed, and they could be beyond state lines now. Do you have any more information about where some of these people are?
We have been getting a lot of tips, and the tips have been coming in all day, all night long. And of course, every time a tip comes in, our group, which is composed of federal, state, and local partners, start running those tips down. We have reason to believe that most of them are still in the state of Louisiana. Most of them most likely are in the city of New Orleans. We run down tips if we believe they're outside of that. We have notified other jurisdictions outside of Louisiana when those tips have come in, and we believe that they may be, say, in another state. But I can tell you, Sandra, we've got men and women working around the clock. We're going to hunt these folks down. We're going to find them, and we're going to bring them back to a jail that they can't break out of.
Well, we have full confidence that'll be the case, and we know they're on it. We've got a live picture up, by the way. We're told this is a news conference that's beginning in your state shortly, Governor, with the district attorney's office there in New Orleans. Hopefully they've got some news for us. As soon as anything comes from there, we're going to go there live. Governor, before you go, and I know you've got this event with the president there shortly, I want to ask you about this executive order that you've issued in your state directing state law enforcement agencies now to assist federal immigration operations and enforcement, urging these local police authorities and agencies to join the federal effort on immigration. They're calling this effort Operation GO, GEAUX, and describing it as a historical partnership with the federal government. What can you tell us about this, and why is this so important to you, Governor?
Look, this has been something that's been in the works for quite some time. We want to stand side by side with President Trump in making sure that those that have come into the country illegally and then commit acts of violence or acts of criminal acts, that we end up not only putting them in jail, but ending up deporting them as well. We want to do our part. We don't want people in our country that are breaking our criminal laws. We've got enough problems with American citizens who are breaking our criminal laws. And so we're standing side by side with the Trump administration. We have basically given our law enforcement agents in the state of Louisiana the authority to enforce immigration laws. We're going to be working on some other processes that would allow us to deport those that break the law in Louisiana, that being state criminal laws, and be able to deport them right away. We're working with ICE to do that as well, and we'll give you an update on that soon.
Yeah, and we know that this is a priority for so many Americans, and we saw that in the last election. And it continues to be one of the biggest reasons that those voters are supporting President Trump today is immigration efforts. Governor, we appreciate your time today, and thanks for the update from the great state of Louisiana, but in Washington, D.C. today.
Okay, so what he needs to be doing is partnering, or whatever you call it, pardon. That's what it is, pardon. He needs to pardon a lot of those people that's been wrongfully convicted and been set up in the state of Louisiana. I think Louisiana has more people because of the corruption back in the day that's in jail for crimes that they didn't commit, because the DA and stuff was working with the police. The judges were working together. That's what he needs to be doing. But you could look at him and tell that he feel like he ain't gonna do nothing to help nobody. I don't even know how they elect him, because he look rotten. Anyways, but hey, they're going after and which they should. They ought to be scared, because he looks like he's fresh out of a Klans meeting. Okay, that's what he looks like. So they better be scared when he say he coming after them, because it's probably majority Black people that work in those jails, and it don't make no sense. Why you go work in the jail and help them to have the inmates escape? That's just crazy. Why would you put your livelihood in jeopardy like that? Why would you do that? Anyways, you guys, I also want to talk about, and then after this, we'll just freestyle it. The Memphis mayor says he welcomes the police, the FBI. FBI is get ready to come into the Memphis area. Okay, thank God. Hold on one second.
Another weekend where multiple people were shot. The Bluff City is making national headlines for our crime problem.
Yeah, the feds put the spotlight on Memphis with this one. FBI Director Kash Patel called our city the homicide capital of America. WREG's Harrison Klopp has reaction from city leaders tonight.
The homicide capital of America. It's what FBI Director Kash Patel has dubbed the Bluff City over the weekend, adding, "We have a problem there. We're rolling one of our task forces to Tennessee." Recent findings show Memphis is 8th on homicides per capita in 2024, down from the top spot in 2023. But it's still a problem city officials are working on.
I'm excited to see us not be at the top of this list for murders. Great. Let's get out of the top 10. I would love to see that.
Over the weekend, the city saw 3 more homicides in the Orange Mound area. Orange Mound resident Robert Johnson said poor upbringings are responsible.
It's the upbringing. That's all it can be. Kids just out here nowadays, they just don't care. They don't care. I'm talking about they ain't shooting at the person they want to be shooting at. They shooting at anybody.
During an interview last month, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy also cited poor upbringings, amongst other things, that were turning Memphians to violent crimes like homicide.
You know, it's the parents, it's our culture, it's social media, it's economics and demographics, it's our court system.
And while many have ideas on how to make Memphis safer, Danelle Taylor Davis, who grew up in Orange Mound, thinks an FBI task force is not the way to go about it.
I genuinely don't believe that Memphis needs to be a place where resources and, a task force is coming out here purely with that mindset of, oh, we're going to straighten this city out. I feel like that's going to incite more problems.
The FBI director's comment comes at a time when the city is at its best, Memphis Tourism's Kevin Kane says, as Memphis has pulled off another consecutive week of hosting major events. This past weekend at the Memphis Sports and Events Center and both Tom Lee and Liberty Park.
Unfortunate that bad things happen in good communities, but this is a great community. And we had a lot of great things that were going on this weekend, and we didn't have any problems at those major events.
From Memphis, I'm Harrison Klopp for your news leader, WREG News Channel 3.
You could tell he lived in a gated community. I tell you. Anyways, you guys, hey, I don't have no issues with the FBI sending their task force in to help to clean up crime. And I'm glad that the mayor and the police director is ready to work with them on this. Okay. Anyways, you guys, did y'all hit the like button? I wish I had my phone so that I could open up the lines. I can't find my phone. He said it's a chemical released in children. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. So when they're doing this to these children, and their stress level is high, they're terrified out of their minds based on what they're doing to them. They're putting them through all of this trauma, like sexual trauma, making them watch them take out other little ones. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. They're vampires. So when they say Diddy got an underground tunnel that he keep children in, I can't believe it. Diddy does not have a soul, and Diddy has not had a soul for a very long time. He hasn't had a soul for a very long time. And so, unfortunately, this is some of the things that a lot of these people do to be in favor with these billionaires. Okay, that's why I, you never know the lengths that people go through for some money. It's really sad. It really is. Anyways, you guys. I'm looking for my phone. Mo. Oh, yeah. Anyways, you guys, I said that I was not going to be on here very long. Because I got some things that I got to do. It's some things I need to do. Because I got home not too long ago. I was over at the studio with my clients. Thank God. That's picking up again. So I need to get myself together for tomorrow and do some editing. I need to edit a show. Tamara, I got to tell you something. I just remember a partner told me a long time ago. What you got to tell me, Kenny? What? What you had got to tell me, Mr. Kenny Adams? Yeah, I just always remember, we have bigger fish to fry, and we have to really just use our platforms responsibly. It's not about how, the platforms will grow. I don't know how they do it. I wish that I could pay somebody to tell me how they hack into the StreamYards and delete your subscribers, because they're doing it through StreamYard. He said call Boo. Who is? Oh, you said call you? Okay. What's your phone number? I wish I could have my phone. I would I can't find it. The phone I use for on here. I've been looking for it. I thought this was it. Is this it? No, that's not it. I don't know where it is. You all hit the like button for me. Y'all want me to stay on for like 30 more minutes? Talk to me. What do you all want to talk about? I do be wanting to stay on for at least like 2 hours, but when y'all don't talk back to me, it's hard for me to do that. It's at least 65 people on here. You emailed me your number. Okay. Yeah, I saw my baby today in traffic. I was on my way to a case. I was sitting at the red light. I said, Lord have mercy. Her little bag behind. I'm talking about my oldest daughter. She had been saying, Mama, I got your gift. I heard something, bump, bump, bump. I mean, they're just blowing the horn, just laying on the horn at the light. I'm looking, I'm not even paying attention. Then I heard something say, Mama! And I hurry up and looked up. It was my baby on the side of me. And that girl is something else. I said, dude, she was like, here, I got your gift. Here go your gift. She put her car in park. I said, no, Noodles, don't, please. Do not get out of your car at this red light. Because, cars are crazy. Even though it was at a red light, the light turned green. People don't care no more. They'll put their feet on the gas and hit my baby. But she did it anyway. She jumped out and gave me her Mother's Day gift. She says, Mom, no matter how old I get or how independent I become, I'll never outgrow the need to hear your voice, see your smile, or reach out for your hug. I will always need you, always love you, and always be grateful. Oh, Now this one is the cheap one, y'all. She gave me a gift card. I don't know what's on it. Probably $5. No telling with her. And it's funny because I've seen her on Mother's Day and since Mother's Day, and she forgot to give it to me. My other baby got me a spa set. So nice. Let's see, y'all. We're gonna see how much. This is my oldest daughter who every year for about 3 years, when Christmas came around, she always talking about Amazon. They PayPal stole her money or something. Every year PayPal was stealing the money. Y'all, she just wasn't buying us no Christmas gift, child. That's what that was. And she was telling a story. How do I open this? Oh, okay, Kenny. As y'all can see, I have everything in my purse. I can't never find my Nam phone. I got 4 phones and can't never find Nam. Here go one. I guess I use this one. I don't like it when they buy these gift cards because they charge them. They charge her $5.95. I don't like that. Hold on, you guys. You better not count noodles out, guys. I know that's right.
Hello.
Hey, boo.
Hey, mama.
How much money is on this card?
Just 30.
Oh, that's good. I got you on my. Say hey to everybody on the podcast. I got you on the podcast. I was telling them about how one a while back, how every year you claimed we was getting a gift and PayPal supposedly had stole your money.
As a matter of fact, that really did happen. That's when I was ordering and they took all my money. That's why I stopped ordering for that hair company.
How come they only do it to you?
They sure took my money though. I'll never forget them for that.
Lord Jesus. Anyways, boo. Thank you for the gift card.
You're welcome.
What Juki fruit at?
She with her dad. I'm in the office this week.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna take y'all speaker when you say that because I don't want the freakos. I mean, not the people on here, but you never know who in the bushes. All right, boo.
All right, bye.
Oh, bye-bye. Y'all, you heard what she said. Y'all heard what she said. I don't know if they stole her money. She said, I've never known PayPal to be that, but that was happening. That happened like 3 times in a row. I ordered y'all a Christmas gift. PayPal stole my money. Lord have mercy. Anyways. I know that's right. PayPal better check themselves before they wreck themselves. I tell you. Anyway, y'all, it's a lot going on. Well, I think it's a good thing that the FBI is coming into Memphis. They're coming in just in time for Hernandez Goldfan's trial, if it's gonna be one. If it's gonna be a trial. I don't even think it's gonna be one. And that's just in my opinion. I'll say this. I would be surprised if it's one. I'll be surprised if he go to trial. I know they say he going, but that don't mean nothing. Because folks can say they going all the way up into the day and in the middle of the damn trial too and plead out and plead guilty. So, but maybe not. Maybe maybe don't have a trial. If you do, the FBI coming just in time. Maybe they'll get some of this crime up under control. But I don't think Govan concerned. I don't think I don't really think he's concerned about that. You know how some people don't. I don't think he concerned about no safety. Get back. Get back, little boy. Y'all don't have nothing else to talk about? I'm trying to hang on in here for y'all. I'm trying to find some too, y'all, while I'm doing something. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Me too. We welcome the peacemakers. Your dogs are quiet. What you do? They just trying to get started. They over here wrestling with each other. Sometimes when they wrestle with each other, they make a lot of noise. Sometimes they be quiet. This time they're quiet. I said I wasn't because I have not eaten anything. I did eat earlier today. I'm kind of hungry right now. I took out a steak. It's a little thin round top steak. And what I was gonna do is, but I'm not gonna do it this late because it's too late. I was gonna throw it on the grill. Yep, spoke too soon. And chop it up and put it on top of a baked potato. A loaded baked potato. But of course I can't eat nothing that heavy right now. And I almost stopped at Aldi's on my way home from the studio tonight and got me some apples. Something told me stop at Aldi's or stop at Cash Saver and get you some red apples. And I don't know why I just didn't do it. I'm sure gonna do it tomorrow though, so I can have something to snack on when I don't eat. Cause it's too late to be eating anything. I did have some mozzarella, some spicy mozzarella balls in there, but I've eaten them. They're light. I ain't cooking nothing. I guess I'll just cut me up a few slices of cheddar cheese. I don't know. Cut me up a raw potato. Y'all know I eat raw potatoes. I always did. I could peel a potato and chop it up and just eat it raw. Wash it and eat it raw. It's good. I remember one of my older cousins came into the house one day. I was like, one of those babies used to eat raw potatoes. And my mom was like, this one, and she still eats raw potatoes. They're really good. I know raw potatoes are so freaking good. But it's too late to even eat a raw potato though. It's starchy. I think I got some jalapeno cheese sticks in there. And that's probably what I'll eat. One jalapeno cheese stick. I think that'll hold me over until I eat tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure though. I thought I had some oranges in there, but I ain't even got no more oranges. I don't feel like making no smoothie. I could make me a smoothie because I bought me a lot of frozen fruits. And y'all, I've been experimenting with making smoothies in the mornings and stuff. Oh my God, they are so good. They are. Also, okay, so no solids. I don't feel like making no smoothie. I drink a smoothie in the morning. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been making banana mango smoothie, and I've been making mango and pineapple smoothies. And then sometimes I take all three of them and put them together. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is so good. And all these have all of the frozen fruits for smoothies on sale. I bought so many bags. It's got my freezer totally full because they were on sale. And they're the big bags. And I bought them like over a week ago, and I still got a lot. So y'all already know. And I've been making me a smoothie like almost every morning. I like mashed potatoes, and I don't buy the mashed potatoes in the box. I always make homemade mashed potatoes. I like to make mashed potatoes from scratch. And I like to make loaded mashed potatoes, garlicky loaded mashed potatoes, and they be so good. I do baked potatoes too. I do loaded baked potatoes. And see, that's what I was going to do. I was going to take the steak and grill it and chop up some broccoli and load it up. Put it in the baked potato. Put butter and garlic and all of that, and the steak on top with some, and then put cheese on top of it. So, but I'm not gonna do that. That's I can't eat this late. But what I was talking about earlier is like after I get everything moved and stuff, I'm gonna start going live. I've been looking at like healthier ways to, and I've been thinking about putting on my TV show too, like healthier ways of eating, because it's a lot of older people to look at my TV show, just so that they'll like have healthier ways of eating, because a lot of them have diabetes and all of that sugar-free stuff. I buy a lot of sugar-free stuff, and believe it or not, it's not bad at all. I buy a lot of sugar-free stuff. You just have to get used to it. Because it's a lot of older people suffer from diabetes. I want to get a program going. I've been asking God to help me. I stay so busy all the time. It's hard for me to just, it take a long time for me to put plans together. That's why I miss my dad so much. My dad knew how to put a plan together so quick, and then all I had to do was just execute it. Like he would write the plan down. So it's, I stay so busy. It take me a while, but I would love it. I just had an idea as it relates to seniors, and that's, my dad helped a lot of seniors. I remember one year it was 3 women that lived in South Memphis, and their house was totally falling apart. And my dad and his business partners had those 3 old ladies' houses basically totally redid. You know, those houses up there in South Memphis are very, very old. A lot of them are on fixed incomes. They can't paint the house. They can't get anything fixed. Nothing. And they almost had like almost a totally new house. It was such a blessing. Anyways, you guys, it's 10 o'clock. It's after 10. I got some things I gotta do. I need to bag up I need to go through some more stuff and throw some more stuff in the garbage. I've just about gotten everything out of my cabinets. Yeah, I ain't gonna buy no more seasoning because I'm a seasoning fanatic. I know I had that many seasonings. I think what I need to do. I need to do some more stuff. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I love you guys. We'll talk later.